Hello, you are listening to the channel by Helen Less, and here I will share with you a method how to understand that you are cursed, that you have some negative magic on you. You can use an egg for it. This method is a folk method, but its application requires experience, some well-trained eye. The egg, preferably it should be fertilized and fresh, no more than 2 days old. However, sometimes store-bought ones are also used, but home-produced ones work better. A glass half filled with water, preferably spring water, is taken, and an egg is broken into it. Be careful, the yolk should remain intact. The patient, or you yourself, if you ask about yourself. The patient sits quietly in a chair, chin tucked up to the neck. A glass is placed on the top of their head and held by hand for a few minutes. Then the glass is removed and you see how the egg looks now. Another way is to hold it in front of the head, heart and groin area for 5 minutes at a time, so that information about your condition is recorded better. It is best to take spring water, or at least from the tap, but not newly taken. It should stay for some time in order chlorine and other gases go away from it. Transcript of divination by the egg. If the water is clear and the yolk hasn't changed and lies in the white, and the white lies in a pile, there is no negative on you. 2. Posts. If the white rises up in posts like the fringe or a jellyfish, there may be one such a post or several. It is a sign of not strong negative. If these posts are more like cobwebs, then this is a very easy impact. This option can be suggested by amateurs, i.e. not professional magicians. Of course, it can damage your life, but not very much. Bubbles. But if you see bubbles, it means that the influence is strong and made not by the amateur, but by a professional. Such a program reaches a person unexpectedly. That is, problems appear immediately, and it is not clear why, although everything was going fine before. 4. Black dots mark hexes to death or with the use of grave dust. 5. If there are bubbles on the posts of white and the yolk at the edges looks like cooked, the curse is done so that you live but suffer and feel like boiled. The same damage is sometimes shown by green, gray or brown spots on the yolk in the absence of white candles. 6. If there are no posts of white but just the yolk is all cooked, then this is a special type of negative. This is a hex for restriction to make you feel like you are hand-tied. 7. If there are white candles with bubbles and black dots, and the edges of the yolk are sharply boiled with green or gray spots in the middle of the yolk, this is the most terrible hex. Hex to death in terrible torment. Your enemy is a big sadist. 8. It is not uncommon to see the outlines of objects or creatures in the white formations. Here are a few options. The dome church means black magic through the church. Monsters, amoebas, mean entities or spirits interfering with you. The figure of a man or a woman. The negative is made by a man or respectively a woman. Crosses, graves, coffins. Negative made to die. Caps means hexing. People's faces, profiles mean that patient can recognize their friend in them. Animal figures. with the use of these animals or to make a person like them, uh, a pig, a dog, a monkey, and so on. In general, if you see clear figures, it means that the sorcery was done by a professional in magic. Fog or threads in the yolk or white mean slender, and the more threads or clusters of fog, the more slender there had been. If the white, like a parachute, covers the yolk, that means closing of roads, so that you can't do anything, or a heavy layer of strangled old negative. In general, the method is good for beginners to answer the question of where there is negativity or not at all. If you can't understand all the details, it's okay, especially at first. There are other means how to understand if you are cursed or not. They are tarot cards and runes. I describe how to use them, and I describe this method with an egg in a separate article. A link to it I will leave below. If you want to understand deeper all magic and energy processes around you, then my author deck Tarot of Magic can be helpful for you. It was made in order it is easy to understand even for beginners. So in it I call all magic terms their own names. For example, there are cards love spell, magic theft, energy vampirism, curse, protection, cleansing, and many others. The link will be down below in the description of this video. There are also other links I have already spoken about. If it was useful for you, like, comment, share this video in social networks, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.